Alright, what up guys, Gaming Guy TV here. So, guys, once again, I know this video may not be perfect lag-wise. I'm trying this at 30 frames per second. Um, so yeah, definitely trying this at 30 frames per second, brand new. Um, so we'll see. Um, Another thing is, um, so, few things. Um, let's look at what we can get. I'm looking at the intense wides. Did we get a swing? No, we didn't. Okay. So, guys, one of the things that I mentioned that I wanted to do with this series is I mentioned the fact that I wanted to do a few live episodes. My guess is those will come in about a month or two. Because currently I just don't have the time to do live episodes. I have robotics work. Um, I have robotics work. I have. What else do I have? I have robotics work. I have tests to study for. I had one yesterday, one today, one Monday, and one next Friday. Um, so I have those to study for. I have my Rock Shop concert, which is coming up. I have squash games. I have about everything that you guys can possibly think about going on currently. Going to parties, all that. Um, so yeah, basically, guys, it's extremely hard for me to do live streams, due to the fact that I'm trying to do my homework and study, and you know, do that. We're just letting our money sort of rack up. Um, Another thing is for Christmas, I got a brand new keyboard. For those of you that know me personally, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, for those of you that don't, I'm not going to spoil anything. All I can tell you is it's incredibly cool. I'm looking into a date on when I can do a product review for that. It'll most likely be a snow day within the next, month or two. Um, because it's almost the end of February. Um, Another thing, guys, TikTok. So, as you all know, it's my brand account for YouTube. No one knows my actual name unless you know me personally. Um, so yeah, just know the fact that it is not a personal account; it is a brand account. Uh, the person that filmed TikToks on my account is not me. Our voices don't match. We're not even the right gender to match. So yeah. Uh, Besides, it even says I stole his phone. Um, just giving you guys a heads up on that. Um, Basically, yeah. So that and the fact that I am going to a party tomorrow night, guys. As you all know, these parties are incredibly fun for me. Um, because I dance all night. I dance all night. I drink a fair amount of caffeine. Um, I sometimes slow dance. I've slow danced once within 6 or 5 parties, I think. This will be the sixth. Um, so yeah. Um, Another thing is, as you all know, I play squash. Um, it is an extremely fun sport. Um, Hang on, guys. I'm moving stuff around. Sorry. Um, so yeah, basically, um, I have a ton of squash games coming up. Uh, I have one more, and then two on a Friday, or two, three. It's the two teams from our school. Um, so yeah. Now, anyway, let's get into the video. Oh, and one last thing, the prank thing that I was talking about last week, that's resolved. We all sat down, had a nice talk, and we're all good. So, yeah, let's build this swing ride. Entrance, exit. Now, this is not going to be themed like the ride that we did last week, or not last week, last time. That was insane, guys. Um, so yeah, that was insane. I sort of tried to do like live, but not live stream, and it didn't really work out. So another thing is, guys, the game Subnautica is a game made and released by the same people who made and released Fortnite. It normally costs like 24 bucks, I think, 24.99. But they had a Christmas deal where you can get it free. I haven't played it yet because I have been waiting for you guys to play it. Um, Now you guys might be asking why wait for us? Um, the reason is because you guys are the fans that watch the game be played. I play the game. Sure, it might be an extremely fun game, but I'm not gonna know, and I want your feedback on it. So I already have enough series here that I'm just gonna let some of these series, like Restaurant Tycoon, die out, um, and we'll evaluate from there. So, yeah, now we have this um, sort of path thingy leading up to this swings ride. Now, there is one thing that is absolutely wrong here, and it's bugging the death out of me. It is the color scheme. So this you guys can actually see. I'm not sure if my um, I am not sure if my Roblox Studio Creation, not Roblox Studio Creation, Roblox Studio Speed Build episode 1 went through. If it did, that's episode 1. If not, I created an extra game and we'll do episode 1, the actual episode 1, another time. Another thing is I have been looking at what some professional YouTubers have been doing, and there's this thing called YouTube Originals. Now, that is something that is free to watch, but it is a show that is YouTube specific. Um, because tubers like Dan2DM have YouTube Red or YouTube Premium originals. Now those are even better. And the reason why is the fact that um, the fact why YouTube Premium originals are even better is people have to pay to watch them. Now you're probably like, why is that better? Well, it's better for the person that is doing the show because they get money from it too. Um, YouTube gets money from it, but they also get money from it too. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's just better overall. Another thing is, guys, Fortnite. Let's talk about that. By the way, I am not stealing the Good Mythical Morning intro phrase. I just want to talk about my Fortnite stats. So basically, as you all know, I am really, really bad at Fortnite. Like to a crazy extent bad. And they have this challenge event. Um, it's like an ice storm event. Um, I waited till Friday, 3 days left to complete it, to start doing it. Um, because I didn't want it to get in the way of my schoolwork. Is basically the reason. Um, but if I do that, I'll get like a really cool glider, and I'll get a bunch of other really cool stuff that hopefully will give us the ability to gain more people watching our Fortnite streams and videos because I have better stuff and I hopefully will not be a default. Um, Another thing is I've been working on composing some music for piano. I've been working on it with my piano teacher. Um, on SoundCloud, I'm debating whether to release a group of 3 songs that are going to be on my next album as like an EP. I'm gonna release the song that I'm working on now as a single. Um, but basically, yeah. Um, Also, guys, I'm looking into a program that can uh, read MIDI. So MIDI is sort of like digital notes. I think it's like actual notes too, but I have the USB cable to do that. I have it hooked up to a audio mixer currently that I'm looking on how to get a mic into. Um, I need a mic for that because this headset mic, while awesome, I'm looking for like a totally different mic. Like one of those that sits on the desk and picks up every audio around it. Also, another thing is, guys, I am working on a project over here at my primary recording workspace that basically we're gonna ride the ride in a minute. But it's basically like a working forensic lab is the goal of it. Whether we'll get all the machines and all of the programming, all of the UI in like game making programs like Unity and stuff, whether we'll get all that done by the time summer vacation starts, I don't know. The goal of it is I don't know when the first time we're having people over to swim in the pool that we have in our backyard is, um, but the first time we have people over there over to swim is gonna be the deadline, um, because the goal of it is to basically the goal of it is to have it be sort of like an interactive thing. I can make custom ones based on the people that are coming. Um, if I so intend to, and I can also, make just totally standard ones, like a phone, predicting where it's been, um, the traces of different elements on it, stuff like that. But I may end up doing a YouTube video about that, and it would end up being a DIY. But it would be a different DIY video than we're used to. Because the DIY videos that we are used to are me explaining how to make something. This would be me showing it and then explaining how I made it for each different machine because I'm not sure that I'm going to get it to totally work I'm not sure that I'm gonna get it the way that I want it to. So I wasn't committed. And besides, it's here, and I'm here Thursday, Friday, Sunday, most of the time. So those are the days that I have to work on it in addition to schoolwork, YouTube, gaming, robotics, um, stuff like that. Um, so it's been very, very hard to work on it um, outside because it's here that I have to do it. Now, if we had the weather conditions to spray paint the stuff, this would go a lot quicker because we would spray paint everything, give it time to dry, and then we would be done. I would have this machine already done. But because we don't have the conditions to spray paint it, I'm painting it all by hand with 3 coats so that it looks white instead of the brown that cardboard is. Um, Also, another thing is for 100 subscribers, which you guys can see, we are nowhere close to. Um, but for 100 subscribers, I'm going to redo the channel art, the intro, the outro, everything with all of the video stuff that I've learned. I would set the goal for 100, but that seems a bit ambitious. When I first started out the channel, I thought getting really famous was going to be easy. I thought it would be like, I post 50 videos and I'm at 1,000 subscribers. No. I've done over 200 videos and I'm at 25. Um, I don't want to be famous is the thing. Well, here's the thing. In a way, I sort of do because it would give me, income to support what I'm doing, to spend money on software so I can capture things like the Nintendo Switch and the PS4 and the 3DS and my phone a lot easier than I can currently. I can capture my phone through AirPlay, um, but that gets very, very hard um, because I'm connected to Ethernet down here. And it gets very hard when you're on 2 different networks because then I have to unplug the Ethernet and the Wi-Fi signal down here. It's a lot better than it was now that half the devices are on Ethernet. Um, but I still have to balance that, and it sometimes gets shaky. Um, if I had a capture card, because basically here's the thing. The thing is, I know there are capture cards out there that go through USB-C. They're an HDMI. It's an HDMI in one end and a USB-C in the other. You feed it into USB-C, you plug an HDMI cable in, it converts it to input and displays it on your laptop so that you can easily record it. Well, that's great. Some of those are up to $400, and I have no income from this channel. I'm not old enough to have a job yet. I'm not making money in any way. Um, so yeah, it's I have no hope of getting that within the next 5 years. So yeah, there's that. Also, with the new iPad Pro, this is not sponsored. They made it full screen. They added Face ID, like my iPhone X. Um, like the iPhone X and XR, XS, XS Max. They made it a full screen display. The number one thing they did is they made it a USB-C charging port instead of the standard Apple Lightning cable. What that means is that it can support an HDMI to USB-C adapter, which means if you're doing a presentation, you just get the PowerPoint out, has everything in it, um, and you don't have to deal with lugging a laptop around, having other stuff running, um, having the battery die out on you. Because the battery life is great. We haven't plugged it in within like 2 weeks and it's still at like 20%. Um, Battery life is awesome. It feels really nice. Most apps are now updating to fit the screen size. Um, and overall, it's just a really great iPad. I see why they did it because the goal of that is they have the Apple phones, um, they have the Macs, but they sort of wanted the iPad Pro to be like a laptop, if that makes sense to you guys. Which it might not. Um, I acknowledge that. So they made an iPad Pro Mini. They call it 9.7 inch. The other one is like 10 or 11 inches long, which is really big. But it comes with a keyboard that's actually pretty nice. It comes with an Apple Pencil. Um, it comes with um, it comes with a bunch of other stuff. Um, it's portable, so they wanted it to sort of be like a laptop. I think was the goal of it. Um, so I think that was sort of the goal of it. Whether it worked out in their favor or not, I'm not sure. But with that, it would be really easy because I can connect HDMI to an HDMI to USB-C. Those are like $5 off the internet. Uh, and connect it into a capture card, and bam, I have the capture of my iPad Pro right on my screen. Um, so yeah, um, the, these are just ideas for the future. In the future, I plan to, have a house of my own, whether it's an apartment, one-story house, or mansion. I don't know. Um, but I just want to have like an actual setup because currently I have my laptop, which doesn't stay in a particular setup. For example, after I film this and get it uploaded, I'm going upstairs to chill and play Fortnite, try to get some of my challenges done. Um, so um, there's that. Probably what I would do is I would spend like $10,000 on a really fast, uh, lots of storage gaming laptop and have it hook in to a big touchscreen ultra wide monitor that I could play my games on, or two smaller monitors or something. Because that way, if I go on vacation, I can easily take it with me. I don't have to worry about lugging a monitor or the PC itself, all of the required equipment, Wi-Fi adapters, Ethernet adapters. No, don't have to worry about that. I just take the laptop, take an HDMI cord for a TV. Over the summer, I had this idea of this grand US tour that would take 20, 30 years at least, which is like a week in every city of every state, um, with some exceptions. Like Hawaii, it might be a week in every island. Then I realized that that might be a bit much, um, because there are lots of cities in each state, and states like California, that could take a year itself. California, Alaska, Texas, um, those could take months, if not years, to complete an individual state. And to be honest, there are small towns like the town I live in, um, that you drive for 5 minutes and you're in a different town already. Um, so my thought was it might be by county, it might be by district. Um, but yeah, So I'm really not sure. I think one thing that I might do is I'm definitely gonna do like a U.S. Capitals tour, like like visiting the capital of each city. I might do that. Vacations cost a lot of money, as I'm now seeing when um, helping my dad plan for the spring trip that we go on just about every year. Um, and Ocean City, and just day trips with my grandmother that I, you know, use her hotspot and play Treasure Hunt Simulator on. Um, so I realized they cost a lot of money, and the thing is, there are people like PewDiePie who have at least 80 million subscribers, um, and make 15, 16 million a year. A vacation, like a 1 month vacation to Hawaii, it'd just be like a speck of money for them. Um, Tickets to Disney World, like a little flick of money, maybe not even seeable. Um, so yeah, um, it just I don't know if this channel will end up being that popular. I may hit college and decide that it's too much work to keep this up, and I may stop it for a few years or a few months, focus on college, and take a break or something. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. I hoped that this channel would be really popular really quick. I still hope that it gets really popular, like PewDiePie or Dude Perfect. Um, I just know it's not within this decade because that's 2019. Unless we get, you know, 35 million subscribers in a year, which I don't think we will, then there's no way that that's gonna happen. Let's be real about it. Um, so yeah, just yeah. Um, Another thing is at 100,000 is when most people do the face reveal. I have been told that I should do like a face reveal now by multiple of my friends, but I'm not doing it because my parents don't want me to, and because of my age. Um, it would be kind of revealing because then people at my school would know, and I could get teased about it for doing Roblox or something. So, enough talking. I gotta end this video. See you guys later.